Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Leero tugenda kwogera ku kubuukinga enkoko. Tugenda kwogera ku bufere obuli mu kubuukinga enkoko oba scam mu kubuukinga enkoko. Kyetuyinza okwebuuza nti bano abatuwa enkoko ne zitubuukinga bakola okumala otuwa enkoko entuufu yaddala enkoko zikusasula sente zaffe yenyini. Lwaki bwe bayeyo ennyini lwaki bino bye tugenda okwogerako wammanga bibeerawo? Bwe mba nfiiriddwa obukoko nguze obukoko 5 ne bansuuliramu obukoko 5 nentuuka ku faamu mu wiiki emu ne bufa, nkuba eddagala tebummuka naye bangamba enkoko zaabadde nnungi, nzirawa okuwaaba banzirize ssente zange oba nfune amazima n'okwenkanya nti banvadde enkoko ezitali ezo kye bangambye? Kubanga tetusobola kwesiga bigambo byabwe byokka, naye tuwaaba nga tutuuse mu mbeera eyo. Babawaabirawa? Amateeka gakola gatya? Bo layisinsi bazijjawa abazirunda? Zeezo enkoko zitugula ebbeeyi ne zifuuka ebyo ffe tukola
abagenyi
ng'ate ffe
naye ekyokulya tugenda kufuna ki?
gavumenti etuyambirawa nga ffe abalimi nga ffe abalunzi?
Buto
enkoko ziri ku maketi
kalogendagenda
tuziraba tuzigula
tufumbira ku ki?
naye tufunamu tujjera kiri ekigambo nti enkoko tefuna.
Era nafumbira tuba olina manda
Ejja kufuna oba tefuna, naye gwe nannyini bizinensi otandika enkoko olunze enkoko ki era wawuujijje? Ye bwefuna obuzibu nga bakufeze bano abakugamba ate nno bakusasuza supiidi, osooka kusasula ssente mu nkoko. We first pay, then they give you a date. Oh, next month you will come on this date and this date, and this time you pick your chicken. Look at these scenarios when you reach there and they are not there. No, your birds are not there. The appointment was cancelled. Oh, the plane didn't come. Oh, the transportation had an issue. How do you handle such scenarios? And where do you go for help in such scenarios? Obuyambi tobujjawa mu bano abatuguza enkoko? Ye bwe mba banguzizza enkoko ate nkubira musawo wabwe tajja kunnyamba, eddagala sirifuna, nkola ntya? Wa omuntu wa wansi aguze enkoko ali embalala wansi, ali ekaabuuhe wansi eri, ali emasaka wansi, ali erakaayi, agenda kudda dde ku container village gy'ajja enkoko ne bamubuukingi? Bano bawaabawa ne bakuddiza enkoko ne bakuwamu obudde oba ne bakutambuza? Twebuuzeko ekintu, bano abakulembeze baffe bino ebitongole ne bawa satifikeeti balonde na buli omu kati abuukinga enkoko, naye mmwe abawa buli omu bye bakola babumubira nti babutalisi ssente za munnayuganda. Naye ate bali ba expatriate abalina enkoko zaabwe bo ate tebatunda na nkoko zaabwe ezo ezibakolera tebazibawamu, tebabawa kirungi, bo basigala babigemyamu ssente mu ikonomi mwe nga mulima ku maketi enkoko embi, enkoko ezitakoka ku mutindo, enkoko zogenda okulunda nga togenda kukola magoba. Waba enkoko zemugulanga naye amazima olwogiguze paka bwozisema bigenda kufiira mu ddagala. Ojjanjaba ofiisa ate lwakuba tetuwandiika ffe abalimi. Kati bwe tutawandiika ffe abalimi twerabira okubalansinga, etumala twakoze loosi tubadde tufulootinga oba tulina amagoba. Enkoko yonna gy'ogula ku maketi bakugamba sooka osasula ssente oziteekere, tuzitaddeyo tulinze. Bwe ntuuka appointment neetuuka nga ate zaali zirinda mutweyo wiiki endala emu. Eyo wiiki endala emu gyempaayo buvunaanyizibwa bwami? Ani erina okuba n'obuvunaanyizibwa n'abalimi nefuna enkoko zange? Ekiyumba kyonnakoze, obudde bwe nataddemu n'obudde bwe nanakulaaniza nti enkoko njagala zifuna mu kasana, gunyongezayo wiiki emu ng'olunda naagisobola. bw'oddayo mu nkuba n'agisobola ng'ate ngenda kuba mu nkuba nze okusezza ayaleese ssente nga ninganga nze akweguya okunguza enkoko ddi gavumenti yatandika kino ekintu nti ffe tweguya aleese ng'ate ffe tulina ssente ani afuuka nti yakireeta nti omunauganda alina kuyambibwa buyambi bulina kufukamira nomala kuvunnamu nti ne munauganda munna alina ssente aleese nebitakakasa nti bituufu ayagala akuvunnamya akutwale bannange tulekerawo okugula ebintu nga batukaka buli bakutwala supiidi mu bintu ebintu bya supiidi ezinkoko teziba ntuufu ebintu bya supiidi ebintu oli akuguza nga tasobola kwogera tayasamya akama kunnyonnyola bulungi agamba oba ogulagula bannaye teweekaka kugula ssente zizo lindamu agenda kukutomeza ogenda ddula enkoko ngolowooza tutte kituufu nga naye amazima tututte kituufu. Let us do our due diligence as bosses. Let us choose what to do. Let us not rush. The timing when you're trying to book these birds, the timing. If the timing changes, that means your structure of the plan has shifted. Who is responsible? Who has to be responsible? We are tired of stories. Stories don't return money. Stories don't pay interests. You reach in the scenario where you get a loan and these vasomessers start tricking you around. They trick you around. They start lying. You taking small bribes from you. Your interests are gone. There is no sorry. Let us Ugandans stop the word sorry. The word sorry is not getting us anymore. Let us people be accountable of what they have done. If somebody has done wrong, let him be accountable. Let the law work. What are the laws governing these people who are breeding birds? What are those laws? If they are there, they are poorly sensitized. It's like the same thing I'm going to go to. The Minister of Agriculture would have put a hotline for farmers to call in such scenarios. Where do you report these birds, these people? Every corner of Kampala, there's an hatchery. But what are the standards of those birds? What are the standards of those birds? You're pulling, you're giving the people, and people are paying their money, sweated money, hard worked money, to try to change their lives. Okay, let me go to chicken farming and I change my life. Then you reach on the market when somebody is eager to sell you something which is not right. Who is helping us Ugandans in this scenario? Who is regulating these birds? Is there a system where all birds come into one section and they are distributed to Ugandan farmers? Or everybody comes from the market like our prices are? And how are we going to distinguish and differentiate between the bad birds and the good birds? How are we going to distinguish between the good companies which are bringing good birds and those which are not bringing good birds? And how are we going to be sure that this good company or this big company is bringing the right birds for our community or for our citizens of the Uganda? Because they tell you they're going to come, the chickens are going to come from Kenya. True. But when you're getting these chickens, you have got, please, as you farmers, weigh the weight of that day one chicken. Weigh the weight of the day one chicken. The weight of those birds. If the birds are standard, if the birds have been inspected to go out to the market, they should weigh all of them the same weight. That means you're buying the good birds. Because birds need to weigh a lower weight cannot be produced on an export on the local market for sale because they're underweight. By the time you feed them, they're going to be weak. They're going to die in the transportation period. This guy tried to put, you bought 500 chickens, you're going to put 5 extra in case of any damage. But you have not measured the weight of these day one of chicken. You have to know all the, even though taking 1,000 birds, get to know are all the 1,000 birds same weight. This small one, tiny one, that is lost in the business.
By the time you transport those weak ones and stressed ones, the depressed ones, Immediately we recheck the fan, opening back box in Ubuna, sack the loss, or 1, 2, 3, 4 fine. By the time they reach eating the steam, I wanna walk days a week because you agreed bad which I'm up this same week. You had given sake bads, substandard bads. In cocoa they were music or we call it Mweda. Over war guru cocoa, guru cocoa mon kimi, to move a cobi makwa in Tibet. But I could be watching about Mavashilokwa. Makukwati yakati nyapetaweza nyabokore otisana sana kutafundi. Niwe kana haba kapizik kakinda kufamu kapakukati ni. Ako wati ni. I think what brought the nene, but Nate Rabbit kika. Zirian, in a Zirian for a kabuli up guavawde. Ain't kukum wood jukling up a stand at gi. Or the United States owners, or the United States shops. Anya na fili na Uganda kuya bokuya chirunji, Ariama diama wonji, Arifan yasintesit, Afnid Valun sick the country just now. Why is that hurting planets? Because everything is being neglected. So those who have powers to grab. Everything is like for grabbing everything is so sick. Nobody cares, nobody is responsible. Who are we gonna ask tomorrow? Who is questionable? Who is answerable? Tomorrow we gonna go back when the generation is dying. Say substandard bad job everywhere, and then our backbone is agriculture, and if it's having culture, what are we doing? Are we bringing about culture or are we doing this seven culture? The bad sellers. You buy the bats from them. Dice, farmers, do to go and buy bats from people who cannot help you after you've had bought bats. People who cannot speak. People who don't have faith doctors who are there for immediate. You buy bats from those companies when they cannot even see the vet doctor. They have one who cannot even come. He has 1,000 customers. But their idea is when they put a same question they are shop, we'll have you 3 consultations and you have a vet doctor on site. But that vet doctor works on 1,000 people. He cannot reach out to your farm. In chicken farming, a vet has to come and so not to treat you chickens on the farm. Not put them diesels when you not came to look at the dat, when you checked the dat, when you think that post-mortem to find out the real reason I thought that this bird has died, then it's when I told you, oh, buy this one. Then you buy, you give. There's no change because your fate or your chicken booked up. He is on the phone. He's not on the ground. He's not hands-on. That's when we lose money. Buy chickens book lower there or chicken small. Companies which are repeatable, which have customer care, which is paramount, which can go to your farm hands-on. The people who can fly, then money you give them and give you after services. Those after services, for example, that's paramount. That's what we need. Because in case I'm expecting these 10,000 birds any challenge, I have somebody who's gonna come reliable from the company I bought my what? My bucks. I'm gonna call them and they're gonna pick. But you reach at Container Village where you're butchering chickens, I'll boot chickens in Container Village, different companies, and the video tie is not there. You quarreled it, the guy keeps on lying, the guy lies here, I'm cutting at home. After he's not here, in the evening is known that your birds are died, they can say, I will come in the morning, I had traffic, or I got issue. They are liars. Most of them, like 99%. Please guys, have 3 to 4 vegetable stats and when buying your birds. No, these birds are treated with this and this. In case of being sick, I have to treat them with this. I have these medications. Do research on the birds you're gonna buy. When buying the chicken, when we're buying these birds, let's say layers, we're buying layer drip late 1 year or 2 years. Oh, 2 years or 1 year. Know how much medication you're gonna use on this period of time. Have a contagious fad. These birds, at day 1, this is the biggest challenge. You have what we call the brooding. making them come out could be chickens. They all chickens have booed. No. Have consultation, do due diligence where you gonna buy the bad and which bad you're buying and which bad is for which. These things have differences. It's not a gamble that all the buds look the same brown. They may all look brown. Cause mazuna they're brown. Na hiba nak. Sizo mazuna to muzainevin to move brown. Manachu gura. Kuvatun joko pukat and never green between that pikula. Kufea you. Chico quarta. Kitumorire, daku gande vakua, enkoko, ombukenze vakua kwa dumezi mrambo kuzimona. Gireshini ya time we budgeting, okomwezi kubakua de, uwezifuna, okenda kuzivumbia mwezi. Ye machi bazikuwa mwezi umbatesi dizizakenda yuda. Kuwechu sasendezo baziku diza, kwa varundeo, buwechu sasendezo baziku wangwe bazikuwa dimare kwa razitema. Itiye Uganda waingitsa sente mu safe taziza niwaba kuwa bicham. Artiste apukaka otwale chicham. Echuja fonka di vanesha klinik chistopi na nekuchichuze. Ngori wa kuwe chichamu avira accountable. Awa abantu wasurutu ibitufu. Nekuginda kuwaza abanaba fish kulina kuwaza bakagdeba fish. Tukeda kuwada sitskinin. Gatetuk food day kuwantu pakuwa bichram. Nekuginya maimbuzi nga jam. Noria majinga macham, Noria enko konga jam, Kuno finding that even no such rasente jo. Katingoro waniken koni wakatunan katu davane niambo manane word, Nanhenko asinum pakir, Ebicham, name of the course and moon of a fire. In cooking the India, Bania baji rooms it, Amatika Mubania baga rooms it. Kato fe, Bani kokoza wabazid janwa. Ikukuza wisifa wa company kula chikufani wari company zikuri bichamj. Ni company zikuru mpona jo company. Company zikuri dadari taba tunga ticham dis jopumba kitezu company. They puvum now chiche kuwaba to a say. Let us decide on working feed our people. Let us do good diligence as farmers when we are trying to book these chickens because these are the chickens we're gonna feed our people. Let us do our due diligence. Let us care for our citizens and choose the right bad. But now you want to be every day beyond I see with me. Odera the Roguri Kuku, the Bikino Makabumu is arise, oh Akatoke miezi mukaka the ze miezi mukaga the Irokunkiri miezi muinda, oh we miezi mnada seek it out. Kato wofunia maguba, Katiatowo de mu brooding a totanitina mani gamato de mo fee sit, Katwachko Guriko Kizibikiri Miaki Bikavin schools. Mobile mobile ru, mokoro, mosondal, mokore, moteleka setting or bindoko, or collecting a set of Marimiakawi, or mind et, collecting the Nakavi for Tamakuarite done. What would the time duration or Chocolanokomakuba? There will no cocoa, more quite in general them will that. I don't think you're gonna make perfect in dance. It's really a challenge to make perfects. When your business is of the short term, or remove it. Those short term business, those short term use papa. That is buffet. That is all what I say. That is scam. In Moki bats. As we farmers are, as owners of the business, as dream owners, let us do due diligence when choosing the batch we're gonna take out our farm. In booking, that's where losses begin. In booking, that's where losses begin. Because you could have booked the bad, you have moved, then you do diligence, we are bought, then could they fast, they start spending, they start dying at the 8th month before they start laying, at the 6th month when they are starting the eggs. When they start to lay, they're laying one egg, one jumps another day, another one lays that. The farm is not consistent, the laying is not consistent, because of the path you choose. Baku kugie bigambu, the having the Kenya, the Nairobi, the Germany, the Hawan within the land sea, the Taki, the Yenga, the Machi, the Taki. Baku Turi have qualities the Kepa Pravi, the Rabidiator, the Bateka Wavit, or Maniko Taki standard, or the Wobble Fate, Takuku come of how it be. Pagino to kente bekunyo ni ta hawe with nane wo kimabo na tweetirium. Nemo wurembo karikatini guligulian yobli mubikap kanotikard nukap mabubikakam dekad kuvuki. Boto waso me kokum. God wukuyaba channel di guadina quare misun. That was such in this scene, but you baka go a zigwakri of wadi. Bario baka go as a rakin cook, pakwebifu, or fideyo, to go baby jam or vaso rokulitimi kung fu. Mokubuki Ninkoku wanted to think it's a wife. It had business way initiating you father let us with our eyes open and open our eyes so wide so that we can scale, coffee, win our bats reach the name period. They lose regulative dependent bats and breeding companies and those small household breeding companies dies. Are those chicken we putting them back at the right tickets for the health of our people? Right? Are they tasted? Did we keep a kindogo to give them licenses? Let us open our eyes. Kuwa, clean and have a Korean visit. How will you trust to those people whose companies? But we have our own leaders. People who are putting blue positions. Part old people. Fathers. Husbands. It goes on the cheesy. And he lays the point blank. With the fucking day playing this color, playing this, and he's saying this. This puppet is playing this, is saying this, and our elders. And if those elders want us tomorrow to come and look at them in their face and say, oh, you did good. Any lying? Are we that stupid Ugandans for somebody to tell us this is book when we say is it Bible? Or this is a Bible when it's a book? When we consume with our own eyes, are we so fooled by words like that to let us come with that? These same working companies give us these bands, they can lie us as our leaders do. They are the same people. And they will not notice. We both big companies are for these lying leaders. When they are bringing this up the stomach, then that's why they cannot be touched. That's why we don't have where to vote. That's why we don't have hotlines who could detect and match instances. And they are there to explode, grab, and take everything. Man, you know one of the kings is in. You cannot take a needle and you cannot die and you cannot live it. Why waste the generation? Why do you have such even heart instead of developing a new generation so we can feed our people who can write the bags? That's the batch which come into you gonna be estimated than we more because people are losing money, people are living famine, people are living chicken famine because of the bags which are coming. They want all chicken bags and people shave hard to beat your money and pay it. But as the government and our leaders, you have not regulated them at all. It's like you're supporting the safety of our citizens. You're supporting the living of our citizens because if you can not skip line where they're getting the bags, the good bags, and where they can be refunded in case of any loss. Look at this scenario. The government is collecting tax from the babs. Then you reach out all the subs and the bags already. Then you reach your pay the VAT. You lose the bags because they were substandard. They died. You got the loan. The loan has interest. The government taxes the loan. It taxes the bads. It taxes even your losses. Even where is the government helping the government come to? Suppress or commune people or it came to rule people? What is the goal of the government? What is the role of the government? We lose hope, we cause, we cannot see ahead. To show us where we can go, then we can move forward. We love our country. We want to do better, but it's a time for change. As all the Japanese was, people from the Ashton, those who are going back home, could do a change, could develop businesses, set up businesses, that let us open our eyes loud, eyes open, because we may lose our money, or we may change our country, but either way, we must tighten something. Thank you for listening to Sesame Sam. Thank you for listening to Self Family Business. May God bless you. Assalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salute to all my daughters and sons. Assalam. alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Nisasana Aras. I love you all.